Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Got a call from some random dude on her phone and a text that said you knew she was playing you dog. She says it was just a joke. What do I do? She's visiting her hometown right now, and I got a call along with the text this morning from this random MF on her phone and he just hung up after a few seconds, and then I got a call from her and she basically just hung up after a few seconds and then texted me a few minutes. Lmfaoooo, we were just ducking around. Eventually she called me like 20 minutes later and I'm like, bruh. She told me she was with a group of friends and she was talking about us and decided to play a joke on me. What should I do? Do I just break up with her? The thing is, I could honestly see her doing something stupid like that to duck with me, so if it really was just a joke I don't want to break up, but duck, I look like staying with a girl after some dude literally calls me from her phone and says I'm getting played? Edit, yeah, she was cheating, kinda obvious ick. A text like that would be very disturbing to most men if received from their girlfriend's phone. A woman who would do that to a BF, and then laugh it off as goofing around, is either very immature, or utterly uncaring about what you think. Neither of these possibilities bodes well for a productive relationship. If you break up with her, be prepared for a whatever response. Yeah, I broke up with her and yes, she was actually cheating. Infidelity is something you don't make jokes about. Even if it was a joke, it has now put doubts and suspicion in your mind. I'd walk away. Good luck. It's not a joke. It's a red flag. I'm only hoping you two aren't living together, as it makes the breakup a bit easier. No. It was not a joke. These answers are stupid. That guy hooked up with her. He is letting you know. Ditch the girl. What kind of stupid joke is that? That was the dude she was banging on the side. Indeed. Yeah, leave. No respect. I'm building up the courage to break up with my girl tomorrow because I've been treated poorly lately. You should do the same. Healthy relationships don't make us feel this way. Yeah. It doesn't sound like a joke. Skeptical. It in fact was not a joke. Sorry to hear that. At least you know rather than not knowing and carrying on being with someone like that. I would have broken up with her anyways, but it feels better to know she's just a hoe and not have to think about the chance that I'm breaking up with some chick who actually really likes me and just made a really distasteful joke. It's confusing because she would talk about me to literally everybody. After like a month and a half I'm eating dinners with her parents and coming with her to family events, and now this. It's her ex from her hometown, which she went back to visit. I guess she thought she moved on but went back and hadn't really moved on. I'm mad, but girl was certified nuts, so I'm glad this happened rather than me getting more attached to her and staying with her while it just gets worse. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you got to the bottom of it. Best of luck to ya. But turns out I hadn't gotten to the bottom of it yet. We haven't even talked yet because I'm blocked on her phone and she's with this MF. But I'm talking to her friends and they're saying she loves me and he showed up at her house and made her. Apparently he hit her and shit, but I'd be careful, her friends might be covering for her. She cheated, he called you, hung up. Then she called you, hung up. Probably because they were in bed together and the guy wouldn't shut up, so she texted you instead. Then when she was alone after 20 minutes, she called you to explain that it was just a joke. Like seriously, you don't need advice from us on what to do, clear as day. Fair enough, Lmfaoooo. Update, guy called me from my girl's phone, hangs up, she says it was a prank. A lot has unfolded since then. It was not a prank. Check last post for context. She was cheating. Not only was she cheating, she never broke up with her ex. She moved away from her hometown, but they stayed together, and she was visiting home. She was with him, and he was looking through her phone and saw me and started questioning her and took her phone to call me, but she took it back and hung up. This dude called me off her phone again while she wasn't around and we had a discussion. She was dating both of us, I guess. Just so weird because she seemed obsessed with me. She would talk about me to literally everybody, and I had met her whole family after like a month being together. Ducking crazy. At least the guy was honest with you. Both of y'all should leave her so you don't waste your time. Yeah, she's flying back today and he said he's cutting her off. I'm gonna do the same. Kings. Plural, glad they will dump her cheating ass. Get his number and set it up so you both send the dump text at the same time. Positively wicked idea. Love it. Hope you should do this. Take it a step further and copy paste the same message. Group chat. Group video call. Betcha he doesn't cut her off. Thought about that, but he can have her if that's what it is, and they can have a cute little long distance relationship while she ducks other dudes. That would make a great movie if you two go to Vegas afterwards and gel. Glad for you, you get rid of such a waste of time and emotions. You both will get over it. That's his problem and not ops. She had 2 BFS and now she has none. Sucks to suck. Just like the 303 song 2 girlfriends. 2 that we know of. Are we sure there isn't a third? Thoughtful face. Who knows? So glad to see an ending where both dudes can be reasonable and act like adults. You two are kings. Dude was honestly such a man. He called me and said, whatever you do, do not take her back, don't listen to her lies. You deserve better, we deserve better, we're kings. Big respect. Do you know how heartless you have to be to try and juggle 2 relationships? Seriously, she has 0 consciousness. 0. Yeah, I can't imagine ever doing that. Like, just cheating is one thing, but it's baffling to me that somebody could even do this. Just meet with the dude and then set up a meeting with your girlfriend and introvert at the special guest you invited. After that she will throw a tantrum and leave and you drink some beer together. That would be a great plan. Sadly he lives in Nebraska and I live in Ohio. How long have you two been together? We started hooking up in October and started dating like 2 months ago. Thankfully this happened earlier rather than later. Story 2. My dad tried hooking up with some lady while mom was away. Lady rejected him and told my mom. Rant. My dad has cheated on my mom 2x before, but this was long ago, before moving to Canada. This past month we found out he was hitting up some other lady, but she doesn't duck with married men, and confronted my mom. He says he was just playing along and that she started it, but my mom and I don't buy it. My mom is devastated, but BC religion, she won't divorce my dad. She doesn't want anything to do with him though. She's in school now, 1 semester away from finishing a master's in architecture. She was working but quit her job last month. BC, she had too much on her plate. Now we're not a wealthy family. My dad has always had at least 2 jobs and my mom always worked. When my mom found out my dad tried stepping out on her, she kicked him out, but he had nowhere to go and was sleeping in his car. We had to let him back in for his well-being. When it was just us, I was really worried about what we were gonna do financially. I'm still in undergrad with 2 years to go, plus 1 if I do masters, so I can't just drop out and get a real job. I do work at school and make a good amount for just me, but it'd never be enough for me and the house and all the other bills my mum has. Now my dad's back, but for how long? My mom is saying she wants to get a job out of state. I can tell she's worried about finances but keeps telling me to focus on school. And that just being there for her is helping her. We're both ducked up emotionally, but my mom is amazing. She still worked with my dad night to decorate and cook. She wants me and my sister to forgive him and not harbor any bad feelings against him. I was able to push down and ignore all my feelings, but now my sister is going back to college for spring and it'll just be me and my mom, and my dad. I don't even know how I feel. I haven't spoken to my dad about it. Every time I think about talking to him I get anxious. I keep getting these bursts of rage and I'd how to deal with it. He made my mom cry. He broke our trust. He ducked up our lives. But at the same time he's my dad. But every time I try to think of good times we've had together, they're tainted with this overwhelming feeling of rage. But I can't seem to hate him. I'd how to feel or how to deal. I can't sleep. My appetite is gone. I have to do a shit ton of reading before the semester starts again and I have done none of it. How do I move forward? How can I help my mom? How can I forgive my father? Any kids of cheaters, please help. Go to r/kids of cheating parents, they could emo relate to you best. Sorry you are going through this op. So he is a cheater. Is he also a liar? Try to push the rage aside. You need to have it out with him or you won't move past it. One thing you might say to him is, I thought you were a better man than to treat your wife and family so badly. Tell him how disappointed you rightfully are. He is wrong, and he knows it. Once you get it off your chest, you may find it easier to focus on more pressing matters. Good luck moving on. Unfortunately, he is also a liar, I've learned. The only reason he admitted to talking to her was when my mom was going to go meet up with her. I've thought about all the things I want to say to him, but I'm still afraid of hurting him with my words. I understand your reluctance. Consider, if your mother were posting this, she would be called out for rug sweeping. Will your father ever fully realize the true extent of his actions if you hold your tongue? Also, keeping it bottled up may keep you from forgiving him, should he ever come to deserve it. Left as is, how would you feel about him walking you down the aisle at your wedding? This water has already gone under the bridge. My hope is that you won't let it take you with it. You need therapy and you need to get out of involvement with your parents' relationship. This isn't healthy for you. It's not your responsibility at all. Thank you. It's really not fair for me, but I'm here now and my mom is hurting. I definitely need therapy, lol. How old are you? I'm sad that you are in the middle of this mess. I'm older, I guess I'm 26. Story 3. Please help, not sure what to do. Need support. I'm not sure what to do or how to even talk about this, but well, I found out about 2 months ago my wife has an affair with one of her co-workers. I found out as I went to her job because she forgot her lunch at home. I went there to give it to her and saw her kissing the guy. After that, I started checking her car GPS records. We both have it in our cars, mostly for safety, and she's gone plenty of times to a hotel in the last 8 months. I'm an introvert, so believe me, it's hard for me even to write about this, let alone talk about it. I haven't confronted her, I haven't done anything aside from stop having sex with her. We've been married for 10 years, and dated for about 3 years prior, and I don't even know how to address the situation. I tried to talk to her about it a couple of days ago, but I couldn't. So, that's all I have. I don't even know where to start or what to do. I've been depressed for a couple of years for different reasons, but it's been worse since I found out. That's all I can say, actually is all I have. I don't think I have what it takes to end the marriage and start over, and being completely honest, I don't have friends or family to talk to, as I lost touch with them years ago. Thanks for reading the post in case you do, and thanks in advance if you have any advice to give me. Edit. Hi, thank you all for your answers. They all have been really helpful. Sorry I couldn't answer yesterday, but she came home and I didn't want her to figure out about me knowing of her affair. I won't talk to her soon. I don't want her to figure out what's going on. I already have an appointment with a lawyer for later today. I realized she doesn't respect me or our marriage. I went through her phone last night. She was asleep and I just came in and took it. She is not having an affair, she is having multiple affairs. As I found out, she has many dating apps in her phone. I got screenshots of a lot of conversations she had over the last 3 years. I'll go get checked for STDs, and so far all I can do is hope for the best. I think if it comes to it, the divorce itself will be easy enough as we signed a prenup. Her father asked for it as she had way more than I did when we got married, and one of the friends I've lost over the years drafted it. Honestly, is pretty fair. We don't have kids, don't have any shared account, and it won't affect me to give her any kind of alimony, so money and assets will be the easiest part to sort out. The screenshots I got won't be of use for any legal purpose, but at least they will remind me of what happened so I won't get back with her. Also, I had a bad experience with a psychologist years ago, as she abused of the bond I created with her in order to get money. So I don't think I'm going to seek professional help anytime soon. I'll do what I can on my own, but after that happened, counseling is out of the question for me. Again, thank you all for your help, for taking the time to read me, for the answers, the DMs, for everything. You tell her you saw her kissing him 2 months ago at work, and if she wants a divorce, let's just rip the band-aid off. Tell her you know about the hotels and not to bother about lying. Start therapy ASAP. You need help asserting yourself and learning that you do not deserve to be treated this way. Consult a divorce attorney so you understand what is involved, forms and length of separation required, timeline for process, and so that you have an idea of whether alimony will be involved, etc. Especially you need to learn whether infidelity may have an effect on division of assets and alimony. If infidelity matters, you need enough proof to stand up in court, hire a buyer or investigate yourself and get photos of them going into hotels. As best you are able, protect your finances. If you have a joint account, take half of it and put in an account only you can access. Have your paycheck go to this new account. Confront her. Do not tell her how much info you have, just that you know she is cheating. Tell her she has one chance to come clean and tell the truth. Based on her reactions, decide whether you want to try and save the marriage. There's some great advice here, OP, especially number 1. I think you may need that for more than your marital problems. You could get some big help with your self-confidence. Sorry you're in this situation, I wish you only the best. Wow, the audacity she has to be kissing someone out in the open when she's married is so disrespectful. You need to gather evidence first and then go to a divorce lawyer. You don't have to tell her anything, just give her the divorce papers to sign and leave. The fact that she's openly been kissing this guy and having a physical affair for months, shows how little respect she has for you and her marriage. So don't confront her, get your evidence and leave her. Good luck. Never tolerate this kind of disrespect. You are only hurting yourself. Life after divorce is much better. The real horror is that your feelings of being intrinsically linked to her through your shared history, the trauma a divorce would cause, and the division of shared assets are what she will use against you. She knows this and will weaponize this if you expose yourself. She's been banking on it and is one of the reasons for her affair. She thinks that even if it's discovered that you will not leave. You fear D-Day where you confront it. Fair enough. So don't do it. You know what's happening, and getting her to tell you what you already know has little value. Introverts are very good at organizing things quietly in the background until they have a finished product that is watertight. You'll find it much easier to get the things done that you don't deserve to be doing if she is unaware and not chiming in at every step. Go and see a lawyer and follow their advice to a T. See if adultery will affect the outcome. If not, file and have her served at work. If so, hire a buyer. Start compiling lists of what you need to do to remove her from your life and crossing them off at your own pace. It's unlikely that anything drastic will happen whilst you are preparing. The situation is unlikely to change. In the meantime, don't do anything all that different. It'll stick in your throat, but do it. Start the 180 to help get a bit of emotional distance. Use IC to get you mentally geared up for the tough decisions and leave her in her limerence. Start reconnecting with old friends and family. The sooner you do this, the easier making a new life will be. Time to look out for yourself. Gather all your evidence and speak to an attorney. Change your direct deposit and change your passwords. Get bills in your name. And when you have your ducks in a row, file for divorce. Until then, go grey rock with her. It is a useful tool in separating your emotions from her. She is no longer your friend, no longer your partner, she is your adversary. Take care of yourself. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.